Okay, so welcome to part 3, face detailing, clothing, armor, and UVs. We'll start by adding detail to the face and fixing topology. The goal is to clean up edge flow, improve structure, and make sure everything will deform properly in animation. Then we'll build out armor and clothing elements, thinking about how they sit on the body. And finally, we'll create UVs to prepare the model for texturing. This stage is about cleaning, refining, and getting the model ready for the next steps, which is texturing, rigging, and animation. So here we go. And I'm going to start with the face here and just correct some of this typology. You can see that the edge flow here is not the best and I need to fix it. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting. Okay, so let's just fix the nose area here. Just going to delete and then fix this flow here. I need the loop to come all the way around the mouth like this. And then have like a little mask around the eyes. Okay, that's great. Now we have some loops. Oops, a little mistake there. We'll have to just mirror this. So I'm just going to delete the faces on one side and then mirror the other faces over. Okay, great. That looks good. There's just some points that need to be merged here. I'm just going to merge them quickly. Great. Now I'm just going to smooth these lines out here with the sculpt tool. Now let's fix the nose here. Let's create some nostrils. So I'm just going to add some topology here. Just tweaking the lines. Okay, let's cut into this mesh here. Just going to get this a little bit better. Okay, I'm just deleting this and extruding in. I'm just going to quickly straighten these lines out and make them more circular, but let's bring some of these lines down. So I'm just going to try to make some space for this hole so I can circularize it. So now it's circularized, and I'm just going to create some more space so I can get a good extrude in. All right, now I'm extruding up, and now I have my nostrils. Just tweaking the topology a bit, but this is good for now. Let's pull out some of his cheeks here with the grab tool. Let's give the cheek some volume here. Now we just have to smooth this out a little bit with the smooth tool. Okay, looking better. Just going to tweak some of these points. And now we have the correct loops. But still right there needs a little bit of work. So I'm going to fix that. Okay, the nose is starting to look a lot better now. And the cheeks are starting to look a lot better too. Let's fix a little bit of the chin here. Smooth it out a bit. The nose was a bit down there, so I'm going to raise it. Tweak the points here a little bit. Okay, now his nose is looking a bit cuter. And now it's matching with the drawing. All right, let's start with the armor now. What I want to do is just use the body and try to attach the armor to it by just extruding. So I'm just going to block these areas in and then slowly tweak these points so they match the drawing. And the first round will just be blocking these extrudes in to try to match it up to the drawing. And then after we have it all blocked in, we'll add more detail, and then finally we'll add some holding lines. But for now, we'll just tweak the points here and try to match it to the drawing. First, let's move the drawing to the other side so we can see the back of it. But first, let's make this little circular elbow thing. So I'm just going to select these squares and circularize this by extruding it and then hitting circularize. All right, let's bring his shorts up, short armor. I don't even know what you would call this. I'm also going to select the area. Let's get the front drawing in there so I can line it up, and then I'm going to tweak these points. And I'm just sliding these points down. That's how I tweak the points. I use the slide command, which is Control Shift, and then I just slide the points along the same topology, and that way I can get a good block out of the pants. Now I'm just going to extrude this. So now I'm just extruding his forearm armor. And I'm going to extrude this circle in and close it up. Just bridge this together and then slide these points a little bit more in. And then we can extrude out the bicep armor. Okay, it's extruded out, but I just want to rotate this so it's matching more. And then tweak some of these points by sliding. Just roughly blocking it in. All right, let's do the chest area. I'm just going to bring some more topology down and then shape out the chest. extrude out and transform in a little bit. Now I'll just tweak some of these points to match the shape of the drawing. Fix some of the topology as well, but I'll have to cut into this suit so there is a line going down. But first, let's get the shape. Okay, that's good. Let's cut into here because there's a little bit of a, I think some kind of wedge or some kind of hole here in the drawing. So I'm going to create a space. Almost like a diamond shape. Bridge this together, add some topology, and then close this up. Just weld it, close it. All right, let's do his knee pads. It's hard to tell through this drawing what exactly it would look like, so I'm just going to estimate here and try to create a robotic kind of feeling. There's this weird triangle shape that comes down. Hard to understand what this is, but I'm just going to block it in. And I'll probably do the same thing, kind of extrude and then connect and bridge it together. And then I'll fix the topology a bit later. But for right now, I'm going to block it in. Okay, great. Let's create his discs. I'm just going to use a cylinder and quickly model it. Just extrude it in a couple times. And I'm just going to close this up. Great, so it's all bridged up and closed, and I'll just leave it like this for now. I'll have to come back to it and add more detail later, but I just want to block this out for now to see what it's looking like. Okay, let's fix the back of his knee here. It should slope down, so I'm going to cut into it and then fix the topology. I'm just going to delete these faces here and then rebuild it. Okay, great. I think we're finished. Now we can block out the thigh here. I'm just going to make it a bit bigger and bring this in, just so there's a little bit more volume in the leg. Now I'm going to do the boot. This I'm going to extrude in actually. Now let's tweak this circle a little bit so we have the proper shape. Okay, let's extrude. I'm going to circularize these faces and then transform in a bit just to match the circle. I'm going to change the shape a bit, tweak these points. And then extrude the circle a bit, just so there's a little bit of shape. I'm not sure if it goes in or out. I'm just going to block something in so there's some kind of detail here. Next, I'm going to block out these details on his stomach. I'm going to cut lines into his stomach basically to create the armor. So I'm just using the multi-cut tool to form the correct shape, and then I'm going to select these faces and extrude in. And now I have something to extrude in with. And this is looking better. I just have to delete some of these faces and clean up the topology, but this is the shape. A little big, but it's better to be big than too small for right now. I'm just going to fix some of this topology. We're going to need another line, a cut in around the side here. So I'm going to place it right underneath the chest, I think. But let's just tweak these points so they're blocked in. Okay, I'm selecting this loop and I'm going to extrude in. Let's see the back. There's some, I think some circular things on his back here, so I'm going to make those just by circularizing these faces, and then I'll extrude out. Okay, cool. Now let's make this line around his shoulder. I'm just going to tweak some of these points here so they're in line with the drawing more. And let's grab some more topology for the back, because I need a line in the back as well. Okay, let's select this and extrude in again. And then let's make the side line. I'm just going to tweak some of these points. I think this has to be opened up here so the flow works. Yeah, this is better. I'll tweak this point back. Yeah, that's better. Let's cut into this too. It's not exact, so let's just tweak this a little bit better. Just want the curve to be good here. Okay, let's extrude in. And let's delete these faces so they connect. Just going to bridge them together. And then bridge these together. Okay. Good. All right, let's do the helmet hair now. So I'm going to just block this in. I think what we should do is remove these ears and then put them back in. So I'm just going to select the ears and remove them. Well, not remove them, but separate them. That way when I extrude the hair helmet, I can be more precise, or I can see more. It's just hard to see. Okay, now I'm going to select what I want to extrude. Just make sure it's in line with the drawing. It's pretty close right now. let's extrude. The neck's a bit awkward. I'm just going to straighten it out and fix the topology a bit. Yeah, this is curving too much in, so let's straighten this out too. Good. And let's put the ears back on now. So I'm just going to weld these points together here and get the ear back on. And I want the helmet to connect to the neck here, so I just want it to be a thin line. But I do want to have a little bit of a border here, so I'm going to bridge these together. Good. And this will need to be welded back together. Just move it into the right position and then I'll weld it. I'm just going to merge these together. Good. So I'm just going to delete some of these, just so it's perfect on the face. I'm just going to mirror the face again. So I'm just going to delete some of these faces and do a mirror just so it's perfect. Topology looks good, so I'm happy to mirror. Okay, good. Nice. These points just need to be merged, I think. Okay, let's fix the topology here. I'm just going to blow these lines out and then rebuild them. So we need to add some lines to get some volume in this hair helmet. But I don't want to ruin the edge flow here, so I'm being very careful. Okay, let's block out this this neck. So I'm going to extrude in to give it that hole here in the neck. I feel like this really makes the Copper Kid look more robotic, these extrudes, and really makes it seem more machine. But from the drawing, it's hard to tell exactly where they are, but I'm kind of guessing slightly. That circular shape in his back, it's hard to tell what even that does, but maybe it has something to do with flight. So I'm just going to tweak these shapes here to make them a little better, and then add some holding lines. And this will make the detail a lot better and hold the shape a lot better. So I'm just beveling these edges. I'm going to fix the topology here. This needs to be I need to get rid of this as well. Fix some of this typology. There's some triangles in here. So I'm just going to weld these together and fix this better. In the drawing, the pants kind of drop here, so I'm just going to rotate this face, add a little bit more shape to the pants, and I'm just going to bevel this to add some holding lines, and then fix the topology here. Okay, that's better. Add holding lines here. And fix the topology. Just add this little detail to the boot. Bevel this area to hold the line, to hold the shape. Okay, smooth. It's looking closer now. We just still need to fix some of the chest shape here. It's a little bit too triangular, so I'm going to round it out by just using the soft selection tool. Okay, good. Okay, let's do the UV mapping now. I'm going to create a planar projection first, and then I'll start cutting in. And I'm going to cut in to the areas where things change in terms of materials or change in terms of the curvature. And then I will unfold. Okay, let's do the ear now. I want to separate the ear, so I have the ear separately in a different UV shell. So I'm just going to cut around the ear. Okay, good. The ears are cut. Face is cut. Now I'm just going to cut around the neck here. Let's just do a little cut on the chin. Let's cut the nostrils out. So anywhere there's a hole, basically, I'll do some cuts. Let's unfold the face here. And, oops, missed this little edge here. So let's cut that edge and unfold again. And now I have the face unfolded. Let's unfold the helmet here. So I'm just going to create a cut here to separate the two sides. And let's move this cut over to the bottom of the neck because it definitely changes the curvature there. I think it's a better cut. Okay, let's unfold the ears and kind of just move them around here so they're not just all on top of each other. I'm probably going to make cuts all around the chest area where I made the extrudes up because there is a curve there, so I want to separate those. And then I want to separate the arms and the legs, obviously. So let's cut around where it changes here as well into the pants area. Oop, there's a little mistake here. I saw a triangle. I'm just going to fix that quickly. Just going to weld this together. Great. I'm going to cut around the pants here. So I have the pants completely separated as its own UV shell. And I'm going to extend the middle line down. Okay, so now I've got a UV shell for the upper area, but I'm missing some cuts here, so I'm going to have to go back and cut because it's not fully separated when I unfolded it. Okay, that's better. I'm just going to cut around the knees. Okay, great. Let's unfold this. As you can see, as you start doing this, it just starts to look like a mess, but slowly it gets organized. So I'm just cutting again wherever there's a curve. And definitely there's a curve where the boot comes in there, so I'll just make lines around that. Sorry, I'll cut around that. Oh, there's a problem there too I'll have to fix. It looks like there's missed some stuff here. let's separate these two as well. And then separate this. Let's unfold the shoes here. And it needs another cut here so I can open it up. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's better. Let's organize this a bit. I'm just gonna unfold everything and then lay it out. If the arms need work, there needs to be a cut all the way through the arm here. And I haven't done the hands yet, so let's do each finger and separate each finger out. And then I also want each nail to be its own UV island, so I'll have to cut around each nail too. Okay, that's good for the hand. And then there needs to be some more cuts around the armor here. And definitely a cut all the way through the arm so I can open it up. But let's just separate this elbow, this mechanical elbow thing here. And now I'm going to make a cut all the way across the arm. That way I can open it up. Okay, let's unfold and lay out. Good. Arm still looks a bit weird. What's going on with the arm here? Missing a cut. Okay, now I just laid it out. And I'll just move some of these pieces around and orient them the right way. But because the copper suit is mostly copper, I'm just trying to lay it out and orient it the right way and flatten it out, but I'm not trying to be super perfect with it. The face, the hands, the shoes, some of the details I need, I'm going to make those perfect, but the rest will do because it's just a copper texture. And I'm just going to use the one UV box for now. I'm going to just use the one UV tile. I'm not going to use multi-tiles for this. And I forgot to cut the mouth out here, so I'm just going to cut the mouth out quickly. and then unfold it again. And now I just laid it out. And now I think we are really close, if not done, to UVing. The final stage for this will now be to export this to Substance Painter. Okay, great. Let's fix these though, they're not right yet. And we'll have to UV them too. So let's just blow these away and fix this one. Let's make a planar projection and then cut in. I'll just cut where it curves and then unfold and lay out, orient the right way. Perfect. Okay, let's move this, let's duplicate this over, add some holding lines a bit. Okay, that looks good. Going to subdivide it and duplicate it and get the front one on properly, and I think we are very close, if not ready to send this to Substance Painter. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in part 4 when we texture Copper Kid.